This is the Normal Nerds Podcast, where two very normal dudes talk about very nerdy stuff. And where else we feel like talking about. I'm your host, Maxwell Cerusia.
And I'm your host who thinks Watchmojo needs some new anime workers, Davis Bates.
This episode, we are going to be talking about what might be the most egregious top 10 anime list of all time. So sit back, relax, and welcome to the Normal Nerds Podcast. All right, Davis.
Yo!
Move a little closer. Just a little closer. No, the mic, I meant the mic.
Mic.
Yeah. Move it just a little closer to you. Perfect. All right.
Things we should have done in pre-production.
That's fine. We don't have pre-production because we don't have listeners yet. But hopefully, we do after this episode. So, Davis and I enjoy Watchmojo. If you are a nerd or an anime fan or any kind of...
Honestly, any kind of fan.
They do
everything, dude.
Yeah, any kind of fan of rankings. Watchmojo has been king forever. There's that whole Tom Holland being interviewed, and he's like, like Watchmojo and all this kind of stuff. They put out lists. They put out lists that are sometimes good, sometimes bad.
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
Yeah, yep. And usually they always like throw at least one stone into it. Even if it's a good list, they like to throw in like one just bad thing.
Yeah, one stinker.
And then 4 weeks ago, me and Davis, every once in a while when we're hanging out, we'll just get bored and we're like, let's put on Watchmojo anime, see what they've been up to. 4 weeks ago, they put out top 10 anime series of all time.
All time.
This list is so bad, like so egregiously bad, that we've been watching Watchmojo before we started the podcast.
Yeah.
And never once have reacted to one of their videos. We will laugh at they did like top 10 anime opening, and we'll be like, whoa, what was that?
Oh yeah, who they snuff here and all that stuff. Or like overall, we like, all right, okay with this being there and all that stuff. We have never had a list where we were just the entire time, this is absolute garbage. Like straight up, they got everything wrong in it.
This list is so bad. It's just, so we had to talk about it.
I felt bad for Ash J. Bo having to like announce this one.
I don't know who picked this. Because, like, maybe you think, like, they picked it off of, like, popularity. Definitely didn't pick it off of that.
No.
Maybe pick it off of successive merchandise. Definitely. I don't know what. Or, like, maybe it's, like, the hipster weebs who picked it. Nope, not that either. Nope. I don't know where they came up with this list.
We should look at the comments. We were so angry we didn't even look at the comments.
I can still look at the comments.
You should look at the comments.
The top comment is stupid already. It's, Attack on Titan is one of the greatest stories ever told in any media.
Okay, well after that weeb loser.
That person's an idiot. We'll go over the list and then we'll go into comments.
Okay, sounds good.
So when we started the list, I wish you could have recorded us live reaction to this.
Oh, that'd been a good one.
Because it starts out number 10, Vinland Saga. Not bad. I not caught up.
Never mind.
But for some reason, I do trust the community on there saying, like,
everyone's
this show, when it ends, is going to be one of the best anime.
Everyone's gassing the second season right now, so.
And I think it's because it's more of a drama.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason I find it being number 10 is, whether we like to admit it or not, whether you like dramas, romance, shonen is king in anime. That is a fact. It will always be king.
Yeah, it is. It's what it is. Yeah. What it is.
So Vinland Saga was like shonen, and now it's like drama. Which is fine.
Yes, I'm fine. It's fine. I'm fine with that. He's farming. Whatever. It's fine.
Apparently, he has a really cool fight, though.
I'm sure he does.
I didn't watch
it. Snake. Yeah, I need to watch it. I do need to watch it. I fell off because it was just like there was too much going off.
Dubbed. That seems like that'd be a big.
Yeah, I think that's a really good one to watch dubbed. Actually.
Yeah, it seems like a good
probably a fine one. I will watch it eventually. Not terrible.
10.
That's one of those ones where when we started it, it was one of those ones where like, okay, this is their stone. It's at number 10. Yeah. It's fine. We can let this one go.
And if the rest of the list was like amazing, I would have been like, okay, you snuck this one in. Like, it's apparently going to be really good. Once again, we're not crapping on Vinland Saga on this. Like, I'm just like, then the list starts to go downhill real fast.
Like off a cliff.
Yep. So then you're thinking, okay, well, Vinland Saga is number 9. I mean, number 10. Number 9 is going to be something, maybe Kokias or something.
Yeah.
Number 9 is Dragon Ball, the series overall. 9.
Overall?
9.
The entire series?
Yes, the entire series.
That's
9. It's like How dare you do this to our boy?
I know. People talk about that anime like it's the grandfather of the big three. It is grandfather.
It is.
Yeah, some people try to make it like, oh, it's one of the big three actually, but no, it's not. It's the grandfather of them all.
I love, like, you ever see those drawings? Oh,
I know. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
where
it's like Goku's like,
and he's got the kid.
Yeah, it's the Naruto photo there, and it's like, oh,
Luffy, and it's
Ichigo.
Team 7. Yeah.
It's like, oh,
because that's what it is.
It is. It is.
So how dare you put this at number 9?
What did they do to my boy?
Yeah,
it's terrible.
It should be top 5.
Yeah, it should be. It should at least.
At least.
Yeah.
Top 5. I'm fine with top 5 for this one.
Yeah. Top 4. It's
top
number 4.
Yeah.
It's number 4 for me.
I'm trying to think.
Actually, I don't like Bleach that much. It's
this is number 5 for me.
Okay.
Actually, I can't even put a number. I'm gonna put a number 5. Like this. Here's a good example of this. Right now, I can give you my top 4. Number 1, One Piece.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, Naruto. Number 3, Jujutsu Kaisen. And number 4, Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. That's my top 4. I can give it to you straight up. Boom.
Yeah.
And I put Dragon Ball at 5. I've seen Dragon Ball Z, but I haven't seen Dragon Ball Super, which was awesome.
I liked it. It was awesome. It was great.
I've seen some of the fights from it, but it's like the respect. You got to put respect on the name.
You gotta respect it.
Yeah.
You gotta respect. He's the GOAT, man.
Yeah. So 9, we saw that. We were like, oh my God.
I know.
But we're like, you know what?
Hot take, but okay.
Well, hot take, but whatever. And then number 8, which I wasn't mad about this one. I knew it had to be on the list. You've seen it. I haven't. But Neon Genesis Evangelion. 8, I was surprised. We thought they were going to put it
They love putting it up high.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, it made the list, though. That show sucks. I hate that show. One of the greatest anime openings of all time, arguably. But that show sucks. And they put it on this list. And this is like, this list is so bad. This is like a trash list. I'm glad it's on this list because this list is so bad that it deserves to be on the shittiest list of all time. I hate that anime so much. And of course, it's above Dragon Ball. Somehow. Dragon Ball, it's not over technically, but like the endings we've had in Dragon Ball where like the series concluded were a million times better than just like the steaming pile of crap the writer for Neon Genesis.
His brain is breaking because it's so bad.
I hate it so much. I hate it.
Which ending?
Oh yeah, exactly. All the 4 they've had.
Yeah.
I hate that.
I understand why it's on the list. Actually, they usually do with the justice of this. They usually give it like best anime opening or like second, which I'm
fine. I'm fine with it. It's definitely in the argument for one of the best. It's one of my favorite anime openings of all time. It
is awesome. But it being in front of Dragon Ball was such an egregious thing.
Yeah.
Then comes the most egregious thing this list did.
Yeah, here we go.
I'm going to rank. We'll get to the. I think this is the most egregious thing. The Dragon Ball thing is the third most egregious thing, and the second thing we'll get to when the list finishes. But this is the most egregious thing this list did. Number 7 is One Piece. What are we doing out here? What are we doing out here?
Mind-boggling.
It's the GOAT.
It is.
It's the GOAT.
It is. One Piece owned the anime world this year. Like owned it. If JJK's, they got a lot of traction with their on the internets at the end there with all the memes that came out about it. The internets. Got a lot of like traction with that. But One Piece literally, like I know we've talked about Gear 5 was kind of a letdown because it was so hyped and all that stuff. But going up into that, it owned the anime world. Like everyone, there was no one even arguing how good it, like sort of that stupid bartender that we saw that one time that argued that like it wasn't good anymore.
Who said that?
Remember that stupid bartender at the golf course? He was like, "It's not that good anymore
because
of the anime." Because the animation's like, the animation's going so crazy. You can't even see what's going on. It's like
you
totally can.
Yeah, you can.
He had a bad hot take.
Also, I would say this too is like Demon Slayer's animation is crazy good. Yes, we all know that. My Heroes is really good and all that kind of stuff. Now watching JJK, I think One Piece started a trend.
Probably.
I think they started this like trend of like crazy animations with like the most frames you can possibly put in, which is like so fun for Easter egging.
Oh my god!
Like,
in the Zoro fight.
Yeah, the Zoro fight, but like in multiple fights in that. But even in the Sukuna versus the
Mahagora,
there's like little things in there.
That's
like,
cool.
Yeah. So it's like they started a trend that I'm here for. The only thing that I don't like, they did in Gear 5 only, really, the Gear 5 only. They were switching, and they kind of did it, Queen versus Sanji, is like, when they changed like the anime style like 5 times. They didn't really do it too much in Queen versus Sanji, but they had so many different animators on the Gear 5 one, like, who all have different styles.
I think that was also the point, though, because like Luffy was supposed to be doing so many different things.
But I didn't like it.
Going back to Gear 5 is okay.
But regardless.
Yes.
One Piece
owned the anime. The amount of... They released a trailer for the Gear 5 episode,
Yes.
which didn't need a trailer at all.
It didn't.
Like I'm not saying like the end of the episode preview. They released a trailer for it. It's insane. It owned the world. The only thing that anyone could ever talk about for that entire time was One Piece and that. Even when they went to episode 1000, like the entire internet was like, "Oh my god, here we go!"
We'll see how 2023 went. I won't be surprised if it did it again. Like
Egghead's supposed to be awesome too.
Well, in
started today actually. Well, technically, we shot this podcast in advance. Today's Sunday for us. It's supposed to come out today, I think. Actually,
it might have done again in 2023. Wouldn't be surprised because Wano will like hit its hardcoreness. Zoro broke the internet. Sanji broke the internet.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
In 2022, it was the most watched show in the world.
Yeah, in the world.
And
not as anime.
I won't be surprised if 2023 it did it again. So the fact that they put it at number 7 is disrespect. I watched One Piece I caught up. I'm not caught up, but it took me a year. Took me a year to watch all of One Piece, and I did watch all. Oh, it's getting remastered. It's the only anime that's getting remastered.
It got a Netflix live adaptation, which apparently wasn't bad, but I'm not going to watch it still. Yeah, I'm not going to watch it.
Got a lot. Like, what do we? And you put it at 7.
7.
Listen, even if I did not watch One Piece, I would be like, oh, this has to be like. Say you're like a person who's like, oh, I'm not going to want One Piece. You know how good it is.
Yeah.
It's like if you never watched Lord of the Rings, or you know what? Better yet, I've never read Lord of the Rings. If someone said, what is the best fantasy series of all time? You know what my answer will be? Lord of the Rings. Because I just know.
Yeah, you know. It's the go. It's the go.
And you know One Piece is One Piece.
It is. It's so good. It's so good. Dude, even after I'm caught up now, minus today's episode. Even after our whole we talked, go watch the episode about the whole Gear 5 letdown sort of thing. Yeah, because of all the hype and all that stuff. Even after all that, like the fight ends spectacularly. Yeah. It's super cool after all that. And then even they go right back into like how great one, like it goes back to being an amazing anime right after that. Not that it still wasn't during Gear 5, but like it gets like it just I don't know. They didn't miss a beat. Yeah. They went right back into
the Gear 5 thing. Wasn't the problem with the anime. It was the problem with the hype.
Yes, everyone it was supposed to be the greatest thing of all time. It's okay.
It's kind of like this last season, the Shibuya incident, JJK, where everyone was like, "It's the saddest thing ever." Yeah. I'm actually glad that's what they focused on and did not focus on like how cool the fights were going to be.
Yeah,
because I mean, the fights still would have lived up.
Awesome.
They still would have lived up. Yeah. But everyone's like, "It's the saddest thing ever." I was like, "You guys are losers."
Yeah, I know.
Like,
it's not that sad.
No, it's not that sad. But like once again,
that's
not even what this incident was about. But anyway,
self-topic.
the hyping, the
hype is out of control. But regardless, on terms of the list, I think this was the point where the Dragon Ball thing was annoying. That was really annoying. Whatever, that's a stone. Whatever. That's another one of their dumb takes. This was the point where like this list is a train wreck. We were sitting on the couch like, what is going on right now? And like I remember as we kept trying to rationalize like what could they possibly have next right now? Like they gotta at least have like Naruto somewhere on here that has to be up there or something like that. And it's like it was mind boggling. But continue on the next one.
We will go to the next one. I just want to say after this point, like we just the list doesn't make any sense. Like when you put One Piece 7th, even if you don't think One Piece is the best show ever, you got to put it in the top 3.
Yeah.
So the fact that it's not in top 3, everything after this, we're just like you compare. You're like, how did you put the show above One Piece? And the next one, which is a very good show, 6, Code Geass. Actually, 6 is a good spot for Code Geass. I think for greatest anime series of all time. Whatever, that's fine with me. If One Piece and Dragon Ball weren't behind it, I would be like,
it's fine. It's okay.
I would put it more like 8.
Yeah, I would too. I would not. It wouldn't break the top 6 for me. 8's probably a fair spot to put it. 8 or 10. In that frame.
I probably personally wouldn't like. It probably personally wouldn't be in my top 5.
It probably personally would be in my top 10. I like the anime.
Top 10. That's what
I like the anime a lot.
Yeah, it's very good.
Sick.
But top 10 is like
it's sick.
There's so many good animes now.
It's weeb porn essentially, but like it is a great anime. I really did enjoy watching it. I still gotta watch the movie or whatever. That finishes it up or does something. I don't know. Great anime, awesome time, but it just is. I just don't. There's something about it. I'm just like, you're not really top 10 material. You're top 15 maybe, but there's something about it the entire time. Just like, you're like almost Gundam, but you're not Gundam. You got some mind control going on here and there. Lelouch is great, but like he's always in control. I don't know. It's not my top 10, but it's not bad at all.
It's not in my top 10, but if it made it on a top 10 list, I could see it.
I would. It would get like a sigh of acceptance from me.
Yeah, I'd be like, if it was like 10, I'd be like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But once again, it came after One Piece and Dragon Ball, so you're like, this list is stupid.
Yes.
Then this is probably more of a hot take for us, but I don't even care. We will stand. If they had flags for this, we would have them. We'd have one hanging up right here.
Okay.
Number 5 is Attack on Titan. Remember, this list came out 4 weeks ago, so Attack on Titan was done, or close to done, regardless.
I don't remember.
What are we doing out here?
I know.
5? 5? It shouldn't be in the top 10.
No, it shouldn't be. Maybe if they had put the caveat in, like, only the first 3 seasons.
Top 10 definitely. Top 10
then top 10 definitely, yeah. But, like, dude, season 4 parts 1 through a billion sucked. They were so bad. Nice. They were so bad.
They were horrible.
I hated every second of it. They changed everything about the show. It was bad. Weebs are so annoying. And Watchmojo, I want to go into their like anime department there and just like clean house a little.
Yeah.
Because like they got some hot take people in there, and they're all the people that are like, it might be the greatest anime of all time.
What is that?
It had a shitty ending.
What is that?
The ending sucked all the way to the end. Literally the last second of the show. The ending credits were the best part of the final episode. That was it. That's what it was.
But what is this? Like, it is... Do you feel like you're on crazy pills?
Yes,
right?
I do.
Right?
I feel like I'm missing something like fundamental about the world right now, because everyone keeps... Not everyone, but like people keep saying it's good.
And the thing is, like, we didn't like... There are times... when we go into something thinking it's bad. There are times we do that.
Yes.
We're gonna think, when we went into the final season, we were like hyped. We were like
crazy hyped.
And then remember, like, and even though the first part was like ended horrible, and we're like, well, that was kind of bad. Mm-hmm. And then the second part came out, and remember, like, the first.
We're ready to go for it. We're ready to go. Yeah, here we go.
And they're like, oh, it's got us back in. Attack on Titan's great again. And then it was garbage.
Suck.
I don't understand when people are like, it's the greatest story ever told. The story. Okay. People need to grow up. This is what it is. People need to read more. People need to read more. People need to read more books, watch more TV shows. I don't think people know stories.
Yeah, and they're saying this is the greatest of all time. Like, if I lived in a cave and this is the only thing I was allowed to read and watch, then maybe I could say it's the greatest story of all time, because I'd never seen it. Yeah. Even then, I'd never seen anything else. And even then, I'd still be a little like, the ending kind of sucked. Like, it was like, this is, I feel like I'm on crazy pills.
Watch Lord of the Rings. What are we doing?
Oh my God, yeah, seriously.
Or better yet, and this is one thing that makes me so mad about this list, Attack on Titan being 5. For some reason, Attack on Titan fans are nuts. They are like obsessed with the show. They think it's like the greatest show that's ever existed and everything. And they hate One Piece.
Yeah.
They like hate One Piece because everyone else in the anime community got together and was like, we understand that this is the GOAT.
Yeah.
Every once in a while you hear a bad take from someone's like, it's not as good as you think it is. Ooh. And you're like, okay, well, you're just wrong. That's fine.
Okay, yeah.
They're just being a hipster. But that's what made me so mad about this list even more. It's like, how did you just solidify this stupid fan base from this bad anime?
Yeah.
It's a bad anime. It's a bad anime.
It's really bad. It's, once again, the first 3 seasons are incredible. Fucking spectacular. I've always said it. I will tell people to watch the first 3 seasons and then never watch anything after that. The show ends there, because the final season is bad. And I knew it was gonna be on this list somewhere. I just didn't realize how high they were gonna put it. And after the One Piece thing, it was ridiculous. It was like after the One Piece thing.
We knew it would be on the list.
After the One Piece thing, this coming would just like, I didn't think they could slap me in the face any harder, and then they did.
Yeah.
And it was like, and then it keeps going. The list keeps going. Mm-hmm. This was a bad take. This was a horrible take.
We'll move on to the next thing in 1 second, but I just want to say, if you go back and listen to our JJK like sum up episode, we talk, and like I even say like Pain Arc is my favorite arc in anime. Nothing will ever probably touch it. Then JJK Shibuya Incident is number 2, and then number 3, like possible in my top 5 is like the Taking Back arc in
the Shiganshina.
Yeah, that arc is amazing.
That's amazing. Yeah, they
so it's
Colossal.
Like,
yeah,
I think a lot of times people think we're just being haters.
No,
and like trying to like be like hipsters and move away from Attack on Titan. It's like, dude, we are
hipsters.
I know, but like people think like we're just
we founded this podcast because we like the mainstream so much.
Exactly. That's like sometimes people think it's like a hot take from us, like on purpose, like just have a hot take. It's like, no, we love leaning into the mainstream.
It's awesome.
There's a reason like One Piece and Naruto are our favorite animes.
Exactly, like, and JJK too.
Yeah.
And it's like, but this sucked. Like, it sucked.
And
but the final part was bad.
Also, just I'm going to say this right now, just because we already hit the middle of the list.
We already have like a 40-minute episode on Attack on Titan too.
Yeah, the fourth for me most egregious thing. No, fifth most egregious thing is that JJK is not on this list.
Yeah, JJK is better than Vinland Saga and Lelouch combined.
It's
better than Dragon Ball right now. In my mind, it's my number 3.
Yeah. I mean, personally, but I said the same thing already. if I was watching a list and JJK was like, say, 5th, and then Dragon Ball is 4th, I'd be like, that's fair.
Yeah.
Once again, you got to put respect on the names of things,
Yeah.
man. It's like the argument of like, once again, it's like, you don't really like the Beatles, but if someone said, what's the greatest band of all time? I know it's the Beatles. I don't listen to them all the time, but I know these things. All right. Greatest book of all time. The Bible. We just know this. But number 4, which Hunter x Hunter,
You know what? I'm going to say this. I'm not a fan of that show.
I just don't get it.
I've tried watching it so many times. I've watched the fights. I just don't care for it. I think his Gon's power-up sucks. I think the hair thing is stupid. I think it just looks... If he just had regular hair and muscles, then it'd be fine. But it's dumb. And his dad sucks. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of that show. I've tried. I really have. The Chimera Ant arc looks... I've watched a lot of that. It looks pretty cool.
It's very
and a lot of good fights. I don't like the cat. The cat's weird. I know she's like a hated character, but the cat lady I just think is weirdly drawn. I don't know. It doesn't jive with me.
Okay.
And also the pedophile guy, I don't like him.
Yeah. Hisoka or whatever.
Yeah.
I think it is
and a fishing
I think it's a good anime. I think it's overhyped on how good it is. I think the only reason it is so overhyped how good it is because it's actually one of the first remastered anime like
That's
ever.
true. It's coming back this year too, I think, right?
Well, yeah, the author started the manga up.
That's right.
And then he got sick again, but he started back up again.
Okay.
But it is like
just
one of those.
I don't like it. You should keep writing it, man. I believe in you.
It's one of those that like I knew was going to be on this list. 4 is so high, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's pretty up there.
What I think I saw from the rest of this list, minus number 1, when we get to it, is like the top 5 are like those obsessed fan bases. Like those it's like all the animes where it's like they have this like insanely obsessed fan base that's just like that is like because you talk to Hunter x Hunter people, they act like it's like the greatest anime ever, and I'm like, I don't understand. Like, it's got good songs. I don't like one like when you have an anime series that's supposed to be very long and the characters don't age. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Like they should age.
They should do a time skip somewhere
or something like that. Or like at least
maybe they're supposed. Maybe he's supposed to. Just the author hasn't been able to write it yet.
Maybe. I mean, it's pretty long. It's like 160 episodes or something like that. Yeah. But like,
Naruto, the first 200 some episodes, the first part.
That's true.
Before they did a time skip.
Yeah, that's true. But I don't know. It's just like. Yeah, once again,
I don't think it should be here.
It shouldn't be in the top 5. Shouldn't be in the top 5. And
I would have accepted it on the list, but I'm not putting it in.
I'm going to say this after every single one we say from now, and it's not better than One Piece.
Exactly.
Then number 3, very good anime, and I was actually really glad it's on this list. Gurren Lagann shouldn't be number 3, but a very good anime, and should be on the list.
7.
7. Yeah, 7.
Gurren Lagann rules.
No, 8. Take Neon, whatever. Fucking
Evangelion. Just call it Evangelion.
Yeah, take Evangelion out of here.
Yeah.
Very great anime.
Yeah, it's rules.
But 3.
3 that's aggressive. That's I just don't know who greenlit this list. I don't know like what sweaty dude in their office like wrote this up and just like somehow pushed it out into production before anyone could like veto it. Because there's no way this list got approval from everyone that needed to approve it.
Once again, I think it's like Gurren Lagann is one of those animes where someone like who really likes it, like, oh yeah, it makes sense, top 3, and you're like, all right. Once again, put the respect to the name. There's a big 3.
Yeah.
I know you've watched Bleach and you're not like a big fan of it. I'll watch it and you might be right. But first of all, Bleach isn't even on this list, which is that's disrespect to the name. Yeah. Bleach should be on the list.
Yeah,
1,000 Year Blood War is really popular and everything like that. But Gurren Lagann, like. I remember when I watched Gurren Lagann, it was awesome. Like, there's got emotional scenes. Animation, Trigun always does not super awesome animation.
Yeah.
But like, 3.
Yeah. Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Then number 2, which the entire time we thought this was going to be number 1, because talk about everyone overhyping this anime. It's a good anime. Number 2 is Cowboy Bebop. People act like this is the goddamn Sistine Chapel. Like,
I don't get. That's all I don't get. Like, that show is great.
Yes.
The reason I watched it in the first place because someone told me it was the greatest anime of all time. The internet told me it was the greatest anime of all time. Then I watched it.
Still say that.
And I got to the end and it was like, where was the great part? Like where was the greatest of all time part? Like it was awesome. It was a great story. I loved it. I loved the Netflix. I loved the Netflix live adaptation, which was sick. And then people, weebs, destroyed that too. But it's really good. And I would accept it at like a number 7, number 6, one of the two. You know what? I'll give you that one. It's not top 5 material.
No.
Not at all.
No. I think this is another Crazy Pills thing for me. I watched Cowboy Bebop, and I thought it was really good. I I don't get it. I don't know. Like, people just are like, it's like the greatest anime ever. And I'm like, and it's one of those, like, I don't want to sound like I'm judging you on this, but is it because it's different?
Maybe.
Is that it? Is that it?
Is that
it's just different? Like, it's just like, it's episodic at first, where it's like each episode doesn't really connect, and then it all connects in the end.
Like, I don't know.
And also, like, I don't know. It's like, I like Spike a lot.
Yeah. I like all the characters.
Yeah.
I like it's a good anime. It's a well-rounded anime.
Yeah.
It's really, really good.
But people, like, every time they're like, it's like might be the greatest anime of all time. I'm like,
no,
the greatest anime of all time?
No, it's not. You get slapped down by One Piece, Naruto, JJK in that order. Like, it's Dragon Ball. Like, no, it's not. No. It's not. Honestly, Gurren Lagann. Like, it's not better than. It's not better than half the. It's not better than a lot of things on this list.
Yeah,
actually.
I like Kogias more too.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
And like, even if you're like, oh, you're just picking punchy fighty stuff, I'm not. Like, I just.
It's a lot of punchy fighting in Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, I know.
Too.
People forget that.
Yeah,
like that's like some of the biggest scenes. Like
Spike's kicking. Yeah, Spike fighting and kicking. What?
I don't know. It's just okay.
They do spaceship battles.
And then number 1 on this list. This is where I'm gonna say real quick. Number 1 is Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. But this is the second most egregious thing on this list. Not that that's number 1. The second most egregious thing on this list is that Naruto is not on this list. What are we doing? Actually, what do you think is more egregious? One Piece being at 7 or Naruto not being on the list? It's kind of tough. Yeah, it's kind of tough.
I'm gonna go ahead and say, Naruto not being on the list. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. At least I know they like. No matter where they put them, the big 3 hands down deserve to be on the list. Now we get, obviously we've gotten into the bits where it's like, now that they're on the list, you're insane for putting them where you did.
Yeah.
But regardless, they got to be in there. Like, they got to be in the soup. They got to be in the recipe at least if you're gonna make this list. And they didn't do that. Yeah. They only put 1. Yeah. They only put 1. 7. And Dragon Ball. They only put those on there. It's like, Naruto, are you insane? Naruto was perfect all the way to the alien part. But, like, it's perfect. Oh, yeah. It's a great anime. Yeah, they got a lot of filler. Deal with it.
I hate that.
I know. There was
so...
Yeah, and you can skip it. And there's also a lot of good filler in there,
also,
too. Like,
that's one
good filler.
That I'm starting to, like... When people... the Amu Black Ops arc with Kakashi.
Awesome.
Amazing. It's the best filler ever. Yeah. But, like, when people are like, there's so much filler. Ugh. And I'm like... Oh no, they gave you more stuff to watch.
Oh, what?
Oh,
whatever horror. Will you do? Oh.
But when they put Cowboy Bebop on number 2, we were like, oh wow. Oh, so they're going to put Naruto number 1.
Yeah.
That's what we thought. We're like, it shouldn't be number 1, but like, I can take it. Yeah, all right. And then Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, which like, I love Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. It's probably the anime that I've rewatched the most of my life. Nice. It's amazing. It's what got me into anime. It definitely deserves to be on the list. In my mind, it's the top 5 anime, hands down. It's one of the most complete anime ever. It's amazing. But it doesn't... For a while, it was my number 1. Even I put it above Naruto, but the more I think about it, like, Naruto stories... but Naruto wasn't on the list. What are we doing out here?
Wait, it's a fundamental flaw. Yeah. A fundamental flaw of this list right there is that you didn't have Naruto on there. That's insane. Yeah. That's insane. Who made this list? Who did this? Mm-hmm. I don't know. This was bad. This was this was a steaming set of hot takes.
And it's not crapping on FMA at all. Like, no. We're just saying, like, how could
we already established it's a good anime.
I think, like, Naruto to me is like, if One Piece didn't have the which is the show, but like if One Piece didn't have the Straw Hats, which might be the best crew in anime ever. No, it is the best crew in anime ever. And didn't have the story. The story is incredible in One Piece. Naruto was like so close for me, like
it really is.
Because Naruto like moments hit.
Yes.
I've never rewatched an entrance more in my life.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
It's just an entrance. Nothing else happens. It's just a character coming back. What?
And it rules. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's awesome. I've watched Almighty Push so many times.
Just him. Yeah, just the Almighty Push.
It's so good. So good.
This list is the worst list of best anime series of all time. I mean, obviously,
this was the worst list of 2023.
Yes. Now, obviously, there's a list of people who nobody cares about, and they'll be like,
thank God Epstein's list came out in 2024.
That definitely is worse.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But, like, there's people who would be, what's that one one with the ghouls?
The green ghouls. I don't know.
No, remember, like, he wears, like, the eye patch, and they eat people. Has a good opening.
Tokyo Ghoul.
Tokyo Ghoul. They're like, there's like a list where weebs would make it, and they'd be like, oh, Kill la Kill and Tokyo Ghoul, like, these are the greatest animes of all time. Which, like, Kill la Kill is pretty good, but, like, no.
No, absolutely not. Bad take.
Well, let's look at some comments. I really hope that I hope this is our biggest video ever, because Watchmojo needs to be taken down for this. They need to take this list down.
I agree with that.
It is so. I remember us watching it and just being like,
it blew our minds.
How is when One Piece got announced? They even say they're like, One Piece, like one of the greatest stories of all time, and it's like, how'd you put it at 7 then?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, all right. so
Let's
bad.
look at some comments here. All right. Oh, this person is just like, Fullmetal Alchemist was like a starter anime, and that's whatever.
I feel positive.
A lot of like just weeps. Like, I definitely would have put Monster, which I've never seen, but it's supposed to be really good. And Death Note, which like Death Note, get out.
Death Note's only good for half the anime.
See, it's just what a lot of these comments are people just wishing they had the like. The person's like, Trigun should be in the top 5.
Oh, so they're all just arguing the list was bad. Well, it's like, oh, where's my anime in there?
Yeah, this person's like Steins Gate, which actually might should have been on the list. I've never watched it. But
I need to watch that. I hear it's so good.
This person, not a Naruto diehard fan, but it should have been in the list.
Yeah, there it is. We did read these comments. I remember this. Yeah.
Well, it should have
been. It's ridiculous.
This person, here we go. The animes I enjoyed most: One Piece, Naruto, Dragon Ball, Attack on Titan. But the fact that they got that, like the first 2, Attack on Titan. Oh my god, this is already. Attack on Titan, not just an anime; it's an emotion that I will never get over. Get your life together, bud.
Yeah, is that really like what's going on in your life, friend? Is that the best thing you got going, man? Like, maybe touch grass.
Some people are like saying this list is good. This is an actually pretty decent list by Watchmojo. Good job.
That means they hate all the other. That mean that's a comment from a person who likes all the bad takes in the list that we like. You know? Like they like the Stones. This list sucks.
Attack on Titan will always be number 1 for me. What is with that anime?
Yeah, like I said, I feel like I'm taking crazy. Like you said, I'm feeling crazy pills right now.
Yeah, I know.
It's the same face over and over.
The only thing I don't like about this is like this list, like these comments are not crapping on.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not a big DMZ fan, but I'm still shocked to see it at this place. It deserves a better spot.
Fair enough. Good comment. Like that up.
You know what? I could get behind this list. It's not the most diverse list in terms of genres, but every anime on here is fantastic.
It's at 5:00 yet. I need to be drunk to do this.
Yeah, it's a bad list. Calling to our fans, go to this list, comment it.
Yeah.
Because it's so
down
bad.
Like this video.
Watchmojo, if you hear us, respond to us and explain. We need to have you want to know the process behind where this list came from.
Yes. And then I want people to be fired. Just kidding. But yes.
I mean,
this is a bad list.
I mean,
how did this get greenlit? That's my only thing. There had to be some sort of roadblock somewhere.
You know what? And I'll declare we have to do it because we're crapping this list. Well, maybe we'll have to do our top 10 anime.
I'm fine with that. Yeah.
Like not our top 10 anime, the top 10 best anime series of all time. I feel like
I'm down for that.
I
think we could do that.
I think we could do that.
Yeah.
I think we can do the difference where it's just like prime example, Cowboy Bebop. Once again, we were saying like we don't really get it's got to be in the top 10.
Yeah, we could do that. We can make this list. We could do this.
Let's do it.
We can do this. Yeah. Put it on the board.
Next week, you will see our top 10, the true top 10, the Normal Nerds top 10. Thank you, Normal Nerd Nation, for listening and maybe even watching another podcast episode. Make sure you follow us on Twitter, Reddit, YouTube, and Instagram. Davis is always posting hilarious memes on there.
Also, like and subscribe while you're at it, and leave a rating if you have some time. It helps people find the show.